Morning.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday.
It's something else today, too.
I think it starts with an E, ends with an N.
It's lost
The
on me.
countdown is here, finally.
People are going to cast their votes today.
Yeah.
Well, it'll come to us eventually.
Yeah. Something
Welcome
about voting.
to Election Day.
Yeah.
We know millions of people have voted across the country already, but there are some people like us who like to wait till Election Day, so we're going in person to vote today.
But we also have a work schedule that allows us to do that. So I know some people have to work all day.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people do it early or whatever the reason is.
Yeah, and make it convenient.
Yep.
7 a.m. to 8 p.m. That's when the polls are open in Michigan.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, a lot of people wondering what the weather is going to be like. It's kind of been hard to see the Mackinac Bridge this morning, Heather.
It is. I've kept up this camera because it kind of shows the weather story.
Yeah.
Dreary, overcast, a typical fall November day, a little bit warmer, but some rain, mist, and fog over in the Straits. So that's what we're dealing with this morning, and some light rain. But happy to be back. Trevor filled in for me yesterday, did a great job. I was at a career fair presenting about the weather and news with Miss Allie Baxter.
Yeah.
So that's why I was on Facebook Live yesterday, or working. But I was still working, just in Benzie County, talking to the 12th graders, some of which already have career plans, some of which aren't sure yet. So it was fun to connect with students.
Yeah.
It's always fun to hear what they want to do with their lives and careers, even if they don't want to do news.
Oh yeah, there's so many options when it comes to weather.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be on TV.
Well, and I was talking behind the scenes stuff too. I'm like, if you guys like to fix things and maybe wire things, engineers are a huge part of why we get our signal out everywhere. They climb the towers, do tower maintenance, they make sure our camera gear is working, and a lot of other jobs at the station that you wouldn't really think of unless you
Replace
knew about
light bulbs up here.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then talking about producer Sarah, director Gibbs' job. So yeah, there's so many other things you can do.
I'm sure you and Allie inspired a few people there yesterday.
Yeah, even if it's just one. Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Well,
the
good
hope.
deal. We are, hearing from Sandy, among other people. So Gib, do you want to cue up that video? Shall we run the video now or later, Heather, from your weather visit on Friday?
Maybe we can do it now because then we can catch up to those comments by the time we're done. So yeah, Friday, Heather's weather lessons were on the road. We went to Leelanau County. Brendan and I went to Leelanau County. And so we got to see the Girl Scout troops there of Glen Lake. We went to the Glen Lake Community Library. All the Girl Scouts just had so many fun questions. Miss Sandy is the assistant troop leader. We showed them behind the scenes stuff, kind of what we do on a daily basis on the news. We played cloud games to kind of share what clouds, different cloud types are. Show them the Gaylord tornado, the studio, a lot of fun things, and they all had such entertaining questions, huh, Brendan?
There's Sandy right to the right of the Girl Scout sign. Hi, Sandy.
Yeah, so Sandy, so glad we could finally make this happen. We've talked about this for almost close to a year now. And now the Girl Scouts can have their weather badge, which Brendan asked if they had any spots to put, or already kind of looking ahead to where they want to put their weather badge. And all of them were pointing, they already had plans.
Yeah, they were prepared.
And I was talking to Allie Baxter about this too, and she said she remembers when she was a brownie, all those different badges she had gotten through all these different meetings that they had too. So she still remembers that.
Yeah.
So hopefully these girls can kind of remember it. And yeah, now they kind of know a little bit more about northern Michigan weather. Talked a little bit about lake effect, severe weather, a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was all in Empire. And Sandy, we appreciate the invitation.
Yeah.
We had a great time.
Fun.
And appreciated the gift too.
Yes.
Not that we go for the gifts, but it was an added bonus from Sandy. So might as well just read her comment now.
Okay.
Kind of go out of order, but it's Tuesday, why not? Yeah, she's watching from Maple City. She's thanking you again, Heather, and Brendan, and Madison was there as well. She was behind the camera. For making it out to our Girl Scout troop and sharing your weather lesson and doing 2 news stories for the girls. That will always be an excellent way to remember the importance of donating and helping our community. We'll get to what all that means here in a second. Empowering the girls to become the best they can be by all your influence was truly, truly great. Thank you so much. It was great meeting you all.
Aww.
Yeah, and talking about donating money, do you want to talk about that side of things, Heather?
Yeah, so I kind of did a 2-for-1 meeting. So I want to do the weather badge lesson for them. We found a day that works for them where they weren't at school in the morning. And then they also worked so hard to sell their Girl Scout cookies during the year. And they already presented a check to another organization, but at our meeting, they presented their check to TC Paw Rescue, where they got $250 donated to that organization to help save kitties in Traverse City. And so we got to see 4 little kittens. They were adorable. I was screeching. I was so excited. Yeah, they were like yay big. Not even ready to go home yet.
They're so cute.
They were adorable. Sandy, I'll have to show you the picture she sent me of her daughter holding one. Yeah. The little gray one we saw her put in the playpen. And so, yeah, we were able to kind of see their direct community impact too. So not only were we kind of sharing the importance of being weather ready, weather aware, especially with severe weather, winter weather, and the difference of weather and climate, but also their community impact, kind of seeing their direct impact. And then I love that they chose to save kitties.
And there was a big box of cat food that
and
somebody
litter.
had brought in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the kitties will be well fed.
Yes.
It was a busy day Friday.
It was a busy day Friday. A lot packed into about an hour and a half or so. But yeah, I'm so glad we could finally make that happen and kind of get a 2-for-1. Got a news story that played on the evening news that the girls were so eager about learning about when they're going to be on TV. I'm like, you are on twice the amount as some people. Yeah. Because you do have a news story for me that I passed along to my news director. That's why Madison was there turning that story and interviewing TC Paw Rescue and the Girl Scouts about that. And then we did our weather story, which aired the next day, so that would be Monday, so we could have it for the morning show. So they were on TV twice.
Yeah. It was so nice to meet you, Sandy, and all the ladies involved
yes.
with that organization. Good deal.
Yeah, and I gave them a little stress ball raindrops for being such good, attentive listeners, and they were all very involved.
Yes.
Yeah, we loved it. So glad we can make that happen. We're gonna get into the weather quiz, the forecast, the election day forecast, and then a look ahead, because weather, aside from today, looks pretty quiet around the corner. So on November 5th for the weather quiz in 1951, I know most of you guys weren't alive around this time, but Houghton Lake did record its coldest record high. So how cold was it? Was it 22 degrees? Was it 30 degrees, or was it 35 degrees? And this is the daytime temperature, the high of the day. So just think about that.
I'm already seeing guesses.
All right.
Yep.
Cool. So we talked about a little bit of some fog and mist on the Mackinac Bridge. You can see where our rain is on radar and satellite. A lot of it staying closer to the straits in the eastern upper peninsula. Some of our southern counties just south of Misaki into Oceana and Lake, waking up to a few light showers. Our bigger picture, though, our current low pressure system is sitting out to our southwest here, and you can see more rain showers moving through, even some storms earlier this morning over in Illinois and southern Missouri. That's what's going to slowly be ushered into our area, and that's why we're going to see a little bit more rain around today. It is a little bit warmer if you're south of the bridge this morning, and so we're seeing a lot of 60s, and with those 60s, it does feel a bit muggy outside. So if you do head outside, talk about bringing a jacket, bring a lighter jacket, because the rain is a little bit of a warmer rain this morning. So nothing too cold right now. The election day forecast, so highs will be well above average in a lot of spots. Highs will be reaching 52 to 60 degrees today. Off and on rain will continue with those mild November temperatures. And then we do have the chance of a rumble of thunder. It does look like our thunder chances will likely hold off until after the polls have closed. So by the time you're home, maybe eating dinner, winding down for the night, we are looking at some thunderstorms moving in. Here's like a stormcast. Although stormcast is over predicting this rain right now, I do think we are expecting a little bit more widespread rain by the early afternoon. Some of us could see a break from the rain by mid-afternoon into the early evening with some lighter rain showers around. Winds will pick up too. And then we're looking at those embedded thunderstorms moving through. You can see where our winds are wrapping around that low pressure system, tracking through the eastern upper peninsula. And that is where we are expecting some thunderstorms and some heavier downpours. But then look at that. That's tomorrow morning. We'll wake up to, I think, some light drizzle, mainly south of the bridge. And then it looks like all that will be out of here likely by noon. So although we could wake up to a little bit of some rain, very light drizzle, small drizzle chance throughout the day, a lot of us will be drier tomorrow. As far as how much rain will fall, we need this rain. We desperately need the rainfall. And so we're over an inch over in Big Rapids by tomorrow night, overnight, about an inch in Sault Ste. Marie, half an inch on Drummond Island, Mackinac Island, under an inch, just slightly under an inch there in Grayling, 8/10 of an inch in Traverse City. So where those blue colors are, about a half an inch or more is in the forecast. Our current wind gust, it is a bit windy. Frankfort, Manistee, Ludington, Cadillac, Houghton Lake, and Gaylord seeing teens and 20s for our wind gusts. And winds will pick up with our low pressure system. So we could see wind gusts this afternoon in the 30s. More often and more likely story will be closer to the 20s in a lot of spots south of the bridge. Mainly that southwesterly wind still around. So like by late tonight, I do think most of our winds will start to die down a little bit, especially overnight. For some forecast highs today, we're looking at off and on rain showers, 50s and 60s. We're not warming up a whole lot from where we're at now. We're really going to feel a little bit warmer than usual. Off and on rain. Otherwise, a windy and a cloudy day on tap today. 67 in Traverse City, 64 in Benzonia, off and on rain shower, 64 in Cadillac Lake City. Tonight, we'll see 40s in the eastern upper, scattered showers. They'll come to an end late. You can see where our winds will start to shift more out of the northwest late tonight. Scattered showers end late. Mainly 40s and 50s, low 50s in Traverse City, 48 in Benzie County, 46 there in Manistee, and then we're looking at 47 in Cadillac. The extended forecast, we're tracking off and on rain today on election day. Keep the umbrella, light jacket handy. You'll need it likely, especially if you're going this afternoon. And then it looks like we'll see a little bit of drizzle tomorrow, and then we're looking at drier weather. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, drier. Sunday, it does look like it's going to be a bit rainy, but it looks like a lot of that rain will be out just in time for Veterans Day. So if you have any outdoor plans for that, to honor the veterans, it looks like partly sunny skies for now. And every morning we debut a new pair of golden shoes. And this morning, we're talking about rain in the forecast. And guess what we have?
Rain boots.
Rain boots. Rain boots. So we got a cute pair. That will likely go with a lot of things. A little light gray color, cute little mint accent on the top. But I feel like I could go splash in a lot of puddles with this right now.
Just act like a kid again.
Yeah. What's stopping me, you know? Maybe
Well,
Gib. Gib will tell me don't do that.
We still have a few more recordings to do, and your hair would maybe get wet. Maybe that's what's stopping you.
My hair did fall a little flat yesterday after I had to walk through the rain to the career fair. I'm like, oh, I just cleaned it and I just curled it, but it's okay.
It's a tough life, isn't it?
It's a hard life, yeah. You know, firsthand.
Shall we get back to the comments?
Yeah.
Okay. Paul is watching from downstate, normally in Rogers City. Okemos, I think. Gib is saying hello.
Hi, Gib.
Just to Paul or to everybody, Gib? Just to clarify. Everybody, okay.
Oh, okay. No one's excluded today.
Paul is saying good morning from Boyne Falls, 64, and anxiously awaiting more rain. Susan Lash Sims saying morning again in Kalkaska, where it's drizzling, and 62. Gail is saying good morning, 61, and raining there in Kingsley. We see your emojis with the deer, the turkey, the fall leaf, and a heart. Joel is saying good morning from the Pleasanton Patriots Pub, 64 degrees, heavy rain, had 4 doe in the yard this morning, and burning a huge brush pile today.
Okay.
And he is also guessing 22 for the weather quiz. Oh, and he's going to vote this evening after a few beers. Hopefully you have a DD to go to the polling spot.
Yeah, be safe.
And who else is... Oh, Susan Radke, there she is. God bless the USA is her comment on this Tuesday. Susie Q is saying it's 61 in Frederick, and she's hoping she can ride the bike in between raindrops. She voted early. And Paul wants to know, how is the Akiak Lake Zoo? We'll see if
That's a valid question.
Susan has a response to
Yeah.
that. Tom saying good morning, Heather and Brendan, off to vote shortly. He also said that he was born in 1951.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Not that you, I don't know, you could have a good memory, but Not everybody does that young.
Let's see. Gail guessing 22. Paula guessing 22. He said, Susie Q guessing the same thing. John saying morning. Hi, John. I think he's coming back to Michigan soon, if I'm not mistaken. Paul is saying welcome back, Heather. My mom is saying good morning from Warmport, Huron. It's supposed to get 71 degrees and windy. Looking forward to taking a couple walks with the Benji. And she's heading out to the polls later.
Oh, fun. Take Benji with. Maybe he can vote. No.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's allowed.
He's not aware of the political situation. Yeah.
Yeah. He's
Also,
got to be educated and know what's
doesn't
going
have a
on.
thumb to hold the... Anyway. Alice is saying, hi, Heather and Brendan. It's 61 in Alpena. It's raining. There's your weather report.
Okay.
Second weather report for the day from Miss Alice.
That's true, yeah.
Nancy is saying good morning from East Jordan, where it's 60. Mark is watching from Fremont, Indiana. Windy but warm day today with much needed rain later. Sandy is thinking 22 for the weather quiz. And again, thank you so much. It was very fun and so sweet of you to spend so much of your time in sharing our story. And Heather, she's going to be inviting us to visit when they sell their cookies in February.
Oh, yes. And Allie has done a live shot with the Girl Scouts before here at the station. So if they even want to maybe, I'm just already getting a little bit ahead here, but if they want to do a live shot with Madison, it was so fun. We put them all in the conference room. I can't remember which Girl Scout it was, troop, but they all brought all the cookies. They laid them out. Then they sold us the cookies, which was even more fun.
Good.
But they did live shots from the conference room with Miss Allie Baxter. So if they're interested in that, more live TV.
Let us know, Sandy.
Yeah.
You know how to get a hold of us.
You do.
I think that was when I offered a couple cookies to my coworker and then he ate the whole sleeve.
The whole sleeve, yep.
Those are the thin
Thin
mints.
mints are good.
No.
I don't blame him, but yeah, I know he did devour the whole sleeve of cookies.
I'm like, oh, they're
We have a lot of food motivated individuals in the building, so I hid my cookies.
We'll work for food. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I will too, so I'm not even roasting him for that.
Can't remember if I read Susan Lash Sims' guess, 30 degrees.
Okay.
Jackie is saying it's 68 in Kalkaska. Hey, Jackie. She has a serviceman, so she can't stay on. And she's guessing 30.
Tell the serviceman to tune in. No.
Yeah. We want to hear his guess, too. What is he thinking? All right, we have Thomas saying good morning. Vote, vote, vote. He's on his way to vote. We have 54 registered voters on Bois Blanc Island. Only about 100 full-time residents.
Oh.
It's 54, light fog. Have a great day. Thanks, Thomas.
Yep. Have a good day on the island.
So then those ballots have to make their way back to the mainland. Anyway, island life is just fascinating.
It's so fascinating because
Yeah.
it's such a small area. There's not a lot of people.
Yeah. I'm guessing they have to, I shouldn't assume, but I guess they have to eventually come back.
Well, unless they
For some
have the
reason.
machines that they hit the tabulate and then it'll just tabulate and send the information, right? Does it?
Maybe you have to let us know, Thomas, how that process works. Or I can reach out to the Secretary of State's office, I guess, too. Susie Q
Or
says,
the clerk for Bois Blanc Island.
cute boots, Heather, is what Susie Q is saying. Oh, Joel can walk to the polls. If he has to, it's only a mile away. Okay.
Oh, mine is less than a mile away. I should walk to the polls.
Okay. Wendy watching from Prudenville. Love that color on you, Heather.
Thank you.
22 is her guess, 22 degrees. And, oh, we have a response from Susan Radke. Everything is great at the Akiak Lake Zoo. The chickens had fun carving a pumpkin.
Yeah, she tagged me in the video.
That's pretty cool.
And then she's also been busy crocheting different chickens. And so one of them was red and green. And I think it was last night or the night before she asked like what it should be named. It was like, obviously, she said, Holly, eggnog. I'm like, Holly, if you make an off-white one with like brown accents, maybe that one can be named eggnog. I was
that's
offering
cute.
suggestions,
Oh, that's sweet.
but she asked, so.
Looks like we're all caught up, Heather.
Alrighty, so on this day back in 1951, Houghton Lake had a cold day. How cold was it? It was so cold it set the record, and it holds that record till this day.
I went middle of the road, 30 degrees.
22 degrees. The normal high is 48 degrees. And to compare how cold it was, the normal low temperature, which is the coldest it would get, is 31 for this time. So it was even colder than the low, and that was the high. Brendan is 0 for 2 this week. Maybe tomorrow will be an easier one. Director Gib, producer Sarah, they're tied 1 for 2. Facebook viewers, you guys are doing great this week.
Yeah.
2 for 2. And Leah chimed in this morning at 6:20 a.m. If you join us at 6:20, that's when we asked you the weather quiz.
Another opportunity to get the question right or wrong.
Yep, pretty much.
And Susan is thinking that you, Heather, would look good in red. I think you would too.
Yes, I love red, and I brought a red dress. I just couldn't decide what color to wear today. I went with the blue because I haven't worn this one in a while, so.
And Thomas has an update, and this is interesting. We have a machine, but still needs to be taken. The tabulations and the ballots need to be taken to St. Ignace.
Okay, there you go.
Good to know.
So a mix of both of our theories.
And then Susan took your suggestion. Heather named her Holly.
Aw, good. It was so cute, Brendan. It was adorable.
I'll have to see it after this. Can't really see much of the bridge still. When the lights were on, which I would think the lights would be on. No, they don't look to be on. But when the tower lights were on earlier, you could like barely see the lights there. That's from the Mackinac City side.
It was socked in on the straits. So if you're traveling there this morning, even this afternoon, visibility could still be an issue. So just check in, take it slow.
People have their headlights on. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yep.
And people have been going really slow all morning, so that's a good sign too. I did check the Mackinac Bridge website earlier, and they didn't have any warning or like, you know, how sometimes they'll slow it down.
Yeah.
And it says it's all clear still. I don't know.
Well, I know that we will be talking a lot about elections tomorrow morning,
That
Heather.
is, we'll be live 4:30 to 7 with all of that stuff. And Madison will also be live.
Stuff.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. Our show is gonna have, we're gonna try to, you know, do as best as we can, but we only have so much time, so. It's gonna be a packed show.
Yeah, people spread out, people as in our reporters, spread out across Michigan and covering, let's see, the U.S. Senate race, of course, local races here in Northern Michigan. We'll have a recap of all that. We have a team that will be working overnight to bring you the latest election results. We're gonna have more people on the morning shift than we normally do.
Yes, more people joining us because we still have to put in all those numbers.
The evening shift bleeds into the morning shift when it comes to election night.
It's all the same.
And then we'll see the remnants from various food establishments. Normally food is brought in on election night, which is great because, people putting in extra hours.
Well, there's
tonight.
no time to try to make something or get something. So,
Right.
Yeah.
We'll have all those election results as we get them, with the polls closing at 8. Those will be on upnorthlive.com and our mobile app if you want to stay up to date there. And then Madison will be in the content center tomorrow morning, and we'll be getting overnight reaction from, it would be the U.S. House race, District 1 and 2.
Yes.
Here in Michigan. So anyway, there's a lot going on there. Sandy's saying, have a great day, guys. And Susan Radke, who's ready to get a break from political commercials. I think a lot of people are.
I think a lot of people are echoing that, and those will be coming to an end here shortly.
At 5 p.m. apparently is what I'm told.
He asked, because we were all like, when?
Just, curious and how that all works. So 5 p.m. is when they end on our stations apparently. So, all right, anything else, Gib and or Heather?
Nada tostada.
That's a new one. Where did that come from?
I used to say that as a kid all the time.
Okay.
I have a lot of Heatherisms that will just come out depending on.
Wow, as much time as we spent together, haven't heard that one. Gib hitting the space bar or the arrow key, whatever he did to make that happen. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, we'll be back here tomorrow. We'll see you then.